Mr. Pond Boss, tell me what to do to make all my Lunker Lake dreams come true.
Hello everybody, Bob Lust, the Pond Boss. Let's see what Lori Moreno Wanke says. I really don't know what I don't know. Boy, that's the truth of all of us, you know. I've taken over my parents' pond as they have passed away. What is the smartest way to supplement the population? The best way to supplement the population is to know what you need to supplement. That goes back to data. The more data you can collect on that fishery, the better decisions you can make to manage it. So supplementing the population, what that question is asking is, what do I need to do to make sure that that population of fish is healthy? Well, job one is you got to know what you've got. So if you've got largemouth bass, weigh and measure some. While the weather's cool, put some nightcrawlers under a bobber on a small hook and go brim fishing. See if you can catch some sunfish. Identify them. The better you can identify your fish and identify the species you've got and the different sizes of those species of fish, the better decision you can make. So let me give you an example of that. And I'm presuming, Lori, that you're talking about a bass bluegill pond, which is what most people are talking about when I'm talking to them. There's really only four scenarios. There's bass crowded. In a bass crowded pond, the largemouth bass are overcrowded. You could tell that because most of them are the same size and they're underweight, seriously underweight, like relative weight's under 90. I've seen in overcrowded bass lakes, the relative weight would be somewhere between 65 and maybe 92, and the majority of them 82 to 85. And you only catch one size of bluegill, and that's big ones. That's bass crowded. The second scenario is bluegill crowded. Now that happens some in northern tier states, not so much in southern tier states, but some of them, Lori, if I remember, I think you're in the Midwest. You might come across bluegill crowded ponds. In the bluegill crowded ponds, the bluegill are all pretty good size, 4 to 6 inches, maybe some 7 inchers. Not many babies because they're preying on themselves. The bass are few and far between because the recruitment's been low because the bluegill are nest raiders because they got to the point they're so crowded. The third scenario is balance, which is fleeting. You have to work to hit balance, and it only happens for a few minutes, a few hours, a few days most of the time because the predator fish are always trying to overwhelm the food chain. So here's what balance means. Balance means is you have multiple sizes of all species of fish, and they're chunky. Their relative weights are close to 100. So that means in a bass bluegill pond, Lori, you would have 4 to 6 different sizes of bluegills from that big to that big to that big to that big to that big. And you'll have 4, 5, 6 different size classes of bass from this year's babies like that, to this, to this, to this, to that. And if you've got that, then you're balanced. The fourth scenario is a transition between those three. Now here's where that happens. That happens during a drought, happens after a flood, and it happens after a fish kill. So that's your 4 scenarios. So when you go in to collect data, you collect it, get lengths and weights, identify the species, go down to go down to Shields and buy seine. Go to Walmart, get a short seine, and drag it through the shallows and see if you can find any baby fish. Go fishing. Do an electrofishing survey. If you've got a very big lake and it's real important to you, and you don't want to waste a lot of dollars, spend the money on an electrofishing survey. That can tell you volumes. Let's see here. Northern California. That's almost Midwest. So Northern California ponds are similar to. They're not too far apart from Midwest ponds because you are in the northern part of the state. You're going to have some cold weather. Hey, Pond Boss magazine. Look at here. Comes to you in this plastic bag. $35 a year, cheaper than a Friday night date, and it lasts a year. Go to pondboss.com. There's a way to subscribe to it there. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Adios for now.
Hey, Mr. Pond Boss, tell me what to do to make all my Lunker Lake dreams come true.